هذا الشيء كثيرا.
مغلق.
ها؟
مغلق حقك الله وينه؟
No, no, it's not live. دخل من تلفونك اسمه. Can you go, Mohsen? Can you go online? Check it out. Okay. Gonna help you right now.
ماشي ماسك لهذا؟
I'm gonna help you. It's right there.
قل أحسن من هذا الشيء ولا؟
No, no, hold it. خذ ده. بس عكس الكاميرا. قلب ايوه تلفون. الحين بقولوا قلبناهم. It's good like this. Is it clear?
That's his name.
Okay, guys. واحد يعرف انه clear. Can you see it? It's good, right? التغطية زفت الواي فاي بس قدر.
ما تقدر تصلح له صاين هنا تلفون؟
ما مش على صاينين.
أنا معي برايزن فول بارد.
ها؟
برايزن.
Yeah, I know.
بنوقف الصوت لما يبدأوا بعد شوية ولا خليها كذا؟ خليها كذا بس بعدين we're gonna move we have to move علشان نقدم هنا بس إنه ما لهم
إيش القطعة؟
المشكلة المصورين اللي هنا اللي قدام اللي ورانا بمقطع قدامهم دائما يزعلوا خاصة أصحاب القنوات عرفت؟ يمكن ما يقدرش يظل يصيح يا ولد بعد اللي هنا يقول لك بعد اللي هنا فاهم فيزعلوا. شوف ال أنا سي It's good, right? قطوة. احنا بنوقف الصوت لما يبدأوا.
We're going to give everybody a couple more minutes to find their seats, and then we'll get started about 2 or 3 minutes ago. This time we're going to ask that everyone please silence their cell phones.
So we're gonna do something for him
Video,
out there.
and that's not a problem whatsoever, but if you could silence your ringers, that would be very much appreciated. I'll be making the same announcement in a couple of minutes, and then we'll get started. like everybody to take their seats. We're going to get started in a minute or two here. I just wanted to let everybody know that we really appreciate you coming out tonight for this event. We're looking forward to paying tribute to our partner, whom we all love and miss. If at this time you could silence your phone, it would be very much appreciated. You're welcome to take pictures and videos, but please keep your ringers on silent.
Good evening and welcome distinguished guests, Valor Police Department, residents, family, friends, and most importantly, the SAID family. I want to thank every single one of you for taking the time to be here to honor an amazing officer. I know we all wish Corporal Said was here to accept these accommodations himself, but I know it's in heaven watching down on us, just humbled that we are gathered here today to honor him. At this time, will you all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. So just bear with me as this is still a little rough, but I'm going to do the best that I can. When I was asked by Corporal Winward to speak about Corporal Mohammed Said, so many memories came to mind. But I would much rather tell you about the kind of person Corporal Said was and what he meant to me. While I did not have the privilege of knowing him for a long time, I am extremely blessed to have met him because he truly impacted my life forever. When I announced my candidacy to run for mayor in early of 2023, I didn't realize that Mohammed, or Mo as I called him, would be my biggest supporter. In early May of the same year, Corporal Said would hit the pavement advocating for me to be the next mayor of this great city. Day in, day out, after work, he would go door to door passing out literature. He would go to the mosque and he would talk to anyone who would listen. In June of 2023, I finally met Mo for the first time. My first impression was he was so young, but yet so full of life and always smiling. As I would get to know Mo better, I noticed he was always going out of his way to make sure you were having the best day and that you were smiling. If not, he would do everything in his power to brighten your day. That's just the kind of person he was. Fast forward to election day, he was driving his family, friends, and neighbors to the polls to vote. It was in that moment I realized he was on a mission to make a difference. Not only for our community, but also for his brothers and sisters in blue. Mo stayed at Allendale that night until he was given the results from the 3 precincts that were there. And he called me to let me know he was heading to City Hall to get the rest of the totals. I knew the moment he walked through the door that I had won. His smile was so big and so infectious. The whole room was anxious and anticipating the results. Mo goes to the stage, grabs the mic, and gives the totals, and he says to me, "Mayor, we did it." He gave me the biggest hug and said it's time to get to work. I loved that after I was sworn in, he would come and check on me from time to time to make sure I was good and if I needed anything. Mo would always say, as he was leaving, "You need anything, Mayor?" And I would say, "No, I'm good, but thank you." His reply would always be, "Well, if you do, let me know, because I've got you." Over the next few months, Mo started coming to visit me on Fridays. He would tell me his vision of what he would like to see the Melvindale Police Department become. He was dedicated to making the Melvindale Police Department a better place to work. He looked up to his brothers and sisters in blue as family. He loved the closeness of the department, but always seen room for improvement. His vision was to make our police department the best police department in Michigan, where every police officer would want to come to work. He had goals and big dreams, and I was on board with him 100%, and any way I could make his dreams become a reality. Fast forward to the last conversation I had with Mo in my office was that he needed to be careful because it is crazy out there. I told him if he goes to a call and it doesn't seem right, don't go at it alone, wait for backup. I explained to him a criminal will always get caught. It may not be by you, but he will get caught, and it's not worth risking your life. He agreed with me, and we did our usual. He would say, "You need anything?" And I would say, "No, I'm good." I told him to stay safe. That was July 19, 2024. I didn't realize that would be the last time I seen him alive. So I will end with this. If you had the opportunity to know Mo, consider yourself truly blessed, because he was the most incredible, amazingly incredible human being I have ever met. He was so full of life, so energetic, and on a mission to change the world one criminal at a time. He wanted Melvindale to be a safe place to call home, but he wanted it to be a safe place to work as well. Like I said before, my life is forever changed because I knew Mo. I strive every day to be more like Corporal Mohammed Said, and I encourage each and every one of you to do the same. Be like Mo. Thank you.
Hello. 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 I believe that the first time I met Mohammed Said was when he started doing ordinance enforcement for the city of Melvindale. I was in the middle of the street actually picking up litter, and he stopped. We started talking about stuff, litter. We wondered why people litter. We speculated that they must not have any pride in the city, and in turn probably don't have any pride in themselves. As we were talking, three little kids were going down the sidewalk on the other side of the street, and he ran over to them, and they were a little pushed back from him when he approached them. And he said, no, come here, I got some stickers for you. He gave them each a sticker, and it made the kids very happy. And I was very impressed with Mohammed. In fact, I was so impressed I was talking to one of our police officers a day or two later, and I said, I met that new kid, he's great. And her face lit up and said, yeah, we call him Mo. And we all really like him. As a police officer, he patrolled this city as if he was protecting his family, and he was. Not just his own blood family, but he seemed to treat everybody in the city as family. I always remember the smile that came with each handshake when we met each other. Great smile, as the mayor alluded to. And he did this with everybody. He made everyone feel as if he was genuinely happy to see you and that he genuinely cared about you. He observed the older police officers to learn so that he could be the best police officer he could be. One role model in particular is our current Chief Canale. I know he really looked up to him and it meant a lot. I hope that we can honor Mo by becoming better citizens of Melvindale. Let's honor him by becoming better people. Every one of us. Let's be kind to our neighbors. Let's obey traffic laws. Let's do what we can to make Melvindale a place that looks like the folks that live here care about it, and they have pride in their city. Let's treat everyone in Melvindale as family, because we are. I believe we're all family here, and our DNA connection's called the 48122. Let's help old ladies with grocery bags, as I once saw Mo do. Let's help them with their snow and their grass. Let's smile and wave at little kids. Let's reach out to people that may seem odd to us. Maybe they are odd because no one reaches out to them. Maybe they feel invisible to everybody. Sometimes a simple, "Hey, how you doing?" can really lift up somebody's life. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is looking. I believe Mo had that. Knowing Mo made me a better person. So let's honor Mo by finishing his work to mold Melvindale into the kind of community that Corporal Said attempted to build. Forgive me for saying this, but let's try to make Melvindale Movindale. And make Movindale the new nickname for our city as we try to make it our best in honor of Corporal Said.
I am Deputy Chief Martinez, the Valor Police Department. I'm going to be reading a speech prepared by Chief Canale. There are many things I've said about Mo Said since he died. I've described how I met him, how he became to be employed by the police department, and the kind of officer he was. Tonight, I'm going to tell you some of the same things, but they have even more meaning now that time has passed and I've been able to reflect on Mo's overall impact. Mo was raised in Melvindale, and I met him when he was a teenager. He approached me and asked how he could become a police officer. I've been asked that question many times by other young people, but with Mo, it was different. Despite the huge smile on his face, I could tell he was serious. It is often said that police officers don't choose to do this job, they are chosen to do it. And I knew right away that Mo Said had been chosen. It was the way he asked the question, the way his eyes met mine, and how he listened carefully to everything I told him. He stood out to me for how attentive he was as I was explaining the process. And every time we spoke afterward, he demonstrated the same quality. Mo had a confidence in him when he was talking about his future that implied that not only did he want to be a police officer, he knew he would be a police officer. And he was focused on that goal in a way that made it obvious to me that he would be successful. When he became an ordnance and animal control officer, he showed a level of dedication and commitment to the department and to the community that proved how much he loved Melvindale. It seemed sometimes as if Mo was determined to single-handedly solve every problem in the city, from blight to abandoned vehicles to dogs running at large. He constantly volunteered to do extra and often would be working past quitting time. Officers who thought Mo's shift ended hours beforehand were frequently surprised by hearing his voice on the radio, calling out for a follow-up investigation or requesting an incident number to report a violation. When the department received a grant to fund police academy training, Mo was the first to apply. He sailed through the application, testing, and background process, and was thrilled when he was hired. He excelled in his police academy studies too, and seemed to be enjoying himself. People would often laugh when Mo would describe the often grueling training as fun, but he wasn't joking. Mo had a blast in the academy, and it was his positivity and the love he expressed for Melvindale that led him to recruiting 2 classmates away from other departments to join him at ours. Mo's work ethic and willingness to learn everything he could and then apply that learning led him to finishing the field training program much faster than most new recruits. His work ethic continued throughout the length of his employment, and within just a few months, he had already been nominated for recognition for outstanding police work. Mo was a favorite in the department and the community. His partners respected him and appreciated his sense of humor and his pranks. Children adored him, and they would count on him to have a pocket full of stickers for them. Mo would spend hours talking with citizens, even those who had previous negative contacts with the police, and there were many of them who came away with a different viewpoint after talking with Mo. Football games, soccer games, city events, Mo was there with his smile and assistance and took joy in helping people. Mo seemed inexhaustible. He had a nonstop energy and was always in motion, always working, always looking ahead. Since his death, I have come to see that energy as a sign that Mo had to pack a lot of living into a life cut short, and I'm even more impressed with his many accomplishments. I have since learned about Mo's charitable work, most of which he did anonymously. It is not surprising because he was kind-hearted and service-oriented. I've also learned the impact he had beyond Melvindale. Hundreds of people across the country, and even in places like Puerto Rico, Canada, somehow learned about Mohammed Said and were moved enough by his story to send a card or a letter to the department. That's not surprising either, because Mo had a special quality that drew people to him, and even his death hasn't been able to change that. We honor him tonight for the type of police officer he was, but more importantly, we honor him for the type of person he was. We are bestowing commendations on him. We are also showering him with respect and our admiration. Most of all, we are expressing how much we love him, because even after death, we will never be able to change that.
Sorry, I really can't speak a whole lot. That's why I had Deputy Chief read off my speech. But I do want to say this: Happy birthday, Mo. That's what tonight is about: a celebration of Mo's life, a celebration of him being the person that he was. So I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. And I just want everybody to remember him and tell him happy birthday. That's what it is. Today is his day. Today is his birthday. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here tonight. Tonight is Mohammed Said's birthday. We're all here to remember him. I want to take a moment to remember who Mo was. He wasn't just my brother, he was my partner. Some may have thought that we argued a lot, but the truth is, it was brotherly love. The kind that many don't have or truly understand. We challenged each other, held each other accountable, and always had each other's backs. There was never a competition between us, it was only teamwork. We were two brothers fighting crime, pushing each other to be better, and going where we knew we could make a difference. Mo was dedicated to cleaning up the city, especially at areas that needed it the most. Every night, we went to places where we knew we can get the greatest impact and find the most either drugs or guns. Mo wasn't just a police officer, he was here, and that's how I want you all to remember him. One story I remember with Mohammed Said is he was the only person that came to my graduation at the police academy, him and the chief. And ever since that day I took it as that was a person that would stand by my side. After that day I graduated, it was me and Mohammed Said, we got stuck on midnights. And every single day we would be in his office about complaints and things we did wrong. We were basically the two troublemakers of the police department, but we just graduated and we were still learning step by step because nobody's perfect. But one thing I do want to say is the police chief, my police chief, taught us every single step of the way of how to become better police officers and stood up for us. There are some chiefs out there that don't stand up for their officers, but this guy will. I want to take a moment to remember Said, and I want to tell him happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mo.
Hello everyone, my name is Corporal Yu, Global Said's partner and longtime best friend. Thank you all for joining us tonight as we honor the heart, the bravest, the hardest to work and most caring officer any department could have ever asked. Tonight we are here to celebrate Mo's 27th birthday as we ensure he will never be forgotten. My journey with Corporal Said, peace be upon him, started back in October of 2021 when we walked into the Macomb Police Academy to take our entrance reading and writing exam. I can never forget that day. That day, Mo's outfit represented his city and high school. A red Cardinals rain jacket with the number 10 on it. Mo was sitting on the table north of me, making conversations with everyone. Mo then approached me and started a conversation with me. Of the many questions he asked me, one stood out the most. I could hear Mo's voice right now. As I'm thinking of it, do you know where the city of Melvindale is? Mo asked. I live there, he said. Small city with a big heart. Even though Melvindale borders the city I live in, I didn't know where it was. But I for sure could tell you from our first conversation that Mo was a great man with the biggest heart, so full of life and energy. Before I entered the exam, Mo and I exchanged numbers. At that time, both of us still needed to take the physical test to make it into the police academy, which brings us a step closer to become police officers. The night before the police academy started, on January 19, 2023, I, along with Corporal Said, shaved our beards here in the city of Melvindale. That was the first time I actually drove through the city. Mo introduced me. January 20, 2023, I rode along with Corporal Said to the Wayne County Police Academy for our orientation. And from that day, we were inseparable. We stuck together through thick and thin. We laughed, prayed, fasted, and cried together. But most importantly, we celebrated with each other and were there for one another every minute of the day. I applied to many police departments while in the police academy. More repeatedly asked me to throw an application and join them along with our colleagues from the police academy. Just give it a try. You're gonna love it, man. Could you imagine us working together in all honesty? On May 5th, 2023, I informed Corporal Said that I will be withdrawing all my applications and joining him to serve the city he loved most and always called home. On May 17, 2023, we received a message that we were all waiting for. We all passed the state exam. Officer Ahmed, Officer Kanan, and Corporal Said and I met and celebrated the most wonderful news together. May 31st, 2024, I got sworn in by the city of Melvindale as a police officer. After completing an FTO program, Corporal Said and I worked on midnights together, picked up overtime shifts together, and we finally got off. We still found a way to hang out and get a meal together. For the month of July, Corporal Said and I were able to have the same days off, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I finally convinced Corporal Said to come along with me on a trip to up north. July 15, we left the city of Melvindale at around 9 a.m. for a 3-day trip to up north after our shift ended. On the drive there, Corporal Said, peace be upon him, kept complaining about my driving skills. Said he wasn't satisfied with my driving skills, then he insisted on driving on the way back. We used to bicker all day, just like brothers do. On July 18, 2024, Mo got a phone call from his brother, Ordnance Officer Ahmed Said. During the phone call, I can tell something was wrong because Mo's tone changed. Mo dropped everything. We left to help Ahmed. He had gotten in a car accident inside him. Even though Ahmed kept reassuring Mo that he was okay and he wasn't hurt, Mo couldn't rest until he was informed that his father and brother-in-law are on the way to help him. While on the drive back, Corporal Said lowered the radio and asked me a strange question. That he's never asked me before. Do you care about me as much as I care about you? Mo's question caught me off guard, but I responded, of course, Mo. I'm a brother. I then hired the volume once again. Thinking the conversation was over. A couple minutes passed by. Corporal Said lowered the volume again, saying, "Hey, you, can we talk?" I said, "What's up, Mom?" And Mo responds, "This is serious? This is a serious question." Mind you, Mo and I used to joke all day long, so I really was not sure if he was serious or not. I laughed and asked Mo to go on. Mo's question was, "What would you do if I get hurt on duty?" Mo asked. I responded, "I would never let it happen. Mo, I will always be there for you." I asked him, "What's up with these questions now? Give yourself a break. You're not at work. Just let it go, Mo." Mo responded, "I love that city. I can't stop thinking about it, Wallah." Mo adds, "Just one more thing. If anything is ever to happen to me, please don't tell my mom. Just tell my brother Ahmed. I'm serious, Aman." Unfortunately, July 21, 2024 comes. A day we will never forget. The day we all lost Mo. That day, for the first time in my life, I fell short. I stood on top of Mo's body, helplessly. Not believing what my eyes were seeing. Shortly after, I left the backyard to be approached by Mo's brother Ahmed. Asking me where his brother was. A question I couldn't answer at the time. Being in the backyard and not being able to help Mom tortures my soul daily. We are here tonight to honor Corporal Said. Peace be upon him. On his birthday, even though he's not physically here with us, he will forever live in our hearts. I will always hold on to the memories I had with Mom and cherish them forever. If you knew Mom, you would know how much love he had for literally anyone. He truly cared about everyone that surrounded him from the bottom of his heart. He treated all of us like family. His family was his number one priority and his focus at all times. He loved talking to me about his parents, his siblings, and even his little niece, Mia. He always talked about how much he missed her and couldn't wait to see her again. Most families have gained a guardian angel looking out for each and every one of them. Let me tell you a little more about Mom. He was full of life. He spread positive energy everywhere. He used to prank us, joke with us at all times. He always had the biggest smile on his face, even if he was having a rough day. Even though Mo's life was cut short, with the little time he had, Mo made sure he left a great impact on all of our lives. For all the residents of the city of Melvindale, you have lost an irreplaceable soul. Please keep him in your prayers and present him the way he always presented you. Mo, you're my greatest loss. I love you, brother, and will never forget about you. Happy heavenly birthday, my brother. Till we meet again.
There are so many good things to say about Mo, and so many people have said them better than I could. When we were organizing this event, I went to Mo's field training officer, one of our lieutenants, Humayun Rahman, and I asked him if he'd like to speak. He told me he was going to be out of the country for a reason that what I'm about to read will make clear to you. But he asked if he could write a letter to be read. This letter is written directly to Mo from Lieutenant Rahman. Dear Saeed, as this letter is being read, I know that I am geographically distant, several thousand miles away in the holy city of Mecca, where I am undertaking my pilgrimage. Barefoot and draped in 2 pieces of white cloth, I have entered a state of Iran. I want you to know that your untimely passing played a major role in my decision-making process, and in order to seek solitude and peace, I have decided to make this journey in hopes of achieving spiritual enlightenment. I have had the distinct honor of being your field training officer when you started, and you have had a profound impact on me. I distinctly remember your first day out with me. I detected a sense of apprehension in you, possibly due to what You did well in the FTO program and eventually became a solo patrol officer. As a police officer, you quickly became an ambassador for the community and the police department. You enthusiastically volunteered your time and made yourself available for the betterment of this community. You were loved and revered by citizens and your partners alike. Your unwavering resolve and commitment to your duty to the community eventually led you to lay down your life. You made the ultimate sacrifice on July 21st, 2024, a day that will forever remain etched in our memory as one of the darkest. Said, I want you to know that I love you dearly and miss you every day. I miss your infectious smile, your silly antics, and your positive attitude. I miss answering your slew of hypothetical questions. I miss seeing you struggle with the rifle sling to the point of self-strangulation. I miss seeing you creeping up behind me with your patrol vehicle and honking the air horn at me to make me jump. I miss showing you how to do the swag walk in the hallway. Above all, I miss having you around. As I embark on this journey, I will keep you in my prayers. I have made the intention to perform one Umrah on your behalf. I hope the Almighty accepts my oblation. It is a small offering in my part for you. Although you are no longer with us in your physical form, I know wholeheartedly that you will continue to guide us from above. I see so much of you in your younger brother, Ahmed, who has also taken the oath to follow in your footsteps to become a Melvindale police officer. I assure you that I will look after him. With profound gratitude, Lieutenant Humayun Rahman.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Corporal Milanovic, Melvindale Police Department. I'm going to read you guys our first assignment that we had when we were in the Wayne County Regional Police Academy. This is something that Mo wrote himself. It's all handwritten in all caps. 6 pages. It's two. He put his heart and soul into this paper. It's amazing. This is to Director A. Mahdi from Mohammed Said. The subject is autobiography. The date is January 21st, 2023. Hello, Director Ayman Kadi, lieutenants, sergeants, corporals, detectives, and officers. My name is Mohammed Said. I was born on February 26, 1998, in Yemen. I came to the United States of America from a war country in 2009 to 2010. I was living in Dearborn, Michigan, and went to Miller Elementary School for 5th grade. And I went to Woodworth Middle School for 6th grade. 5th and 6th grade were my worst schooling years in my entire life. I faced and met so many bullies, people that used to bully me because I did not used to speak English. I was living with my uncle and my family were back home in Yemen. My dad was busy driving a semi-truck and was over the road for about 3 to 4 months long. When I used to get bullied, I had nobody to express my feelings to, nor had any good friends that could stop the bullied people. I faced it, and it was burning and killing my feelings to the point that I hated being in the U.S. and wanted to go back to Yemen. When explaining to my dad and I went back to Yemen. I stayed there for a couple of years until my whole family got USA papers. I then came to the U.S. in 2015 and was living in Melvindale. I went to Melvindale High School, and the staff, students, coaches were amazing. I played soccer during all my high school years and was a high school soccer captain. I received a lot of awards from the school and downriver schools such as MVP, All-League, Top Scorer, Offensive Player, etc. I was the top scorer in every year I played, and still the top scorer in Melvindale High School history. I graduated on June 7th of 2017, and until now, no one has broken my soccer record. I still remain the top scorer after 6 years, which I'm very proud and humble of. In my senior year, we won the first time ever in Melvindale High School history, league champions, and I was the soccer player who scored both goals against Woodhaven High School. I also played football as the kicker in my senior year. I did not receive any football awards because there were so many good football players who are better than me and deserve them more than I do. While in high school, I used to work the weekend in a restaurant where it has its aggressive owner that disrespects his employees. I was getting yelled on everything I do. I used to do more than what I was supposed to do and still got yelled at. I worked there for 2 years. I then quit working there due to my nose surgery that got broken in my last high school soccer game. Working in that restaurant, not to mention the restaurant name or owner out of respect to him and his business, I decided to go to college. After that restaurant, I was working as a process technician in a company called Magna Lighting that works for General Motors from May 2018 to August of 2022. I used to do the technical aspect of processes to ensure that process is being run and that overall safety practices are being followed. I also communicated with a prior process technician to understand all process-related issues. I also ensure the startup and shutdown of the company. However, I have the ability, skill, and experiences to drive the forklift and be a team leader. I helped our night supervisor with a lot of tasks from his job, such as paperwork, perform the startup shift meeting for over 30 to 50 people, making sure everyone followed the company policy and rules. Communicate with higher management as needed. I carried out a lot of things in that company to get as much experience as I can, so I carry it out when I become a police officer. I learned from that company how to manage stress and how to control stress. I also learned how to deal with people's attitude and people who were disrespectful toward me. I learned teamwork, problem solving, critical thinking, decision making, communication skills, etc. I was trusted with all building access as well. For references from my prior job and position, you may contact my prior supervisor. I worked with the Melvindale Police Department as an ordinance, animal, and parking enforcement officer from April 12, 2022 to January 15th of 2023. With this job, I gained a lot of experiences. I have learned in this job how to deal with dogs, which I never had any experiences of how to deal with dogs prior to this job. I have learned all the street names in Melvindale City. I have learned how to use the radio and communicate with Dearborn Dispatch. Dearborn Dispatch was nothing to me but amazing. Their supervisor, Jim Fitzgerald, is a superstar. I have learned how to use Clemis and Lean. I learned how to write tickets and a lot of other policing tasks by the amazing Melvindale PD motor carrier officer, Faisal Munassar. And the other Melvindale officers. Yeah, he mentioned you by name, Faisal. Officer Munassar is a Wayne Police Academy Reserve Officer graduate. The Melvindale Police Department has its amazing Chief of Police and 2 lieutenants. Chief Jones has been there for me and supported me since I started working in the department. So has the 2 lieutenants, Lieutenant Canelli and Lieutenant Martinez. They are so amazing, and I felt so safe working with them and the other police sergeants, corporals, detectives, and officers. When I used to get stuck on the job or does not know what to cite people, I run to the most experiencing person, Lieutenant Canelli, and ask him for help. He used to show me he loved helping and teaching me. He made me feel like he is an uncle to me, and I respected him as an uncle. Very humble and experienced guy. He is my role model. I have also been motivated by recent Wayne County Police Academy graduate officer Andrew Mara. Andrew Mara talked so good about how nice and amazing the Wayne County Police Academy is and how amazing its staff. The Melvindale Police Department is a great department, and I am very honored and blessed to work for this amazing department. The Melvindale police officers are like a family. I went to Henry Ford College and Schoolcraft College and received my Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Associate's degree in June 7th of 2022. My career goal is to become a police officer to serve and protect the lives of the innocent and civilians. Being a citizen who is also bilingual in both English and Arabic, I would like to give back to my community and help out with what I can. Giving back all that I can and being the best I can be as a citizen, I hope that once I become a police officer, I can be a role model to my younger siblings and the youth in my community as well. Being a cop will also allow me to help the community and teach the youth to make better choices. I know that I may not help guide any young person I come across, but helping guide and give advice may change the mindset of some people and help guide them to the right path and make better choices in life. My family has also motivated me, my mother mostly. She has also always been by my side and motivating me throughout my journey towards becoming a police officer. It is not an easy job, but it's a dream of mine to become a police officer and help change the world and make it a safer place for people to live in peace. Community policing is a major benefit that I would be able to help provide and assist the public. The relationship between law enforcement and the public has diminished due to the media platforms fabricating footage that has created fear in the public. I would like to change that by showing the community that police officers are not bad people, well, at least not all of them. There is more to police officers than forceful men and women. By becoming a police officer, I would like to change the perspective of the communities, help guide them, and communicate with them rather than make them fear us more. Thank you, Mohamed Said.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. أنا محمد من اليمن. رمضان كريم.
This is the first time in Melvindale Police Department's history that we've had an officer die by a gunshot. I was at home on Sunday and I got that phone call. So I ran into the house, changed my clothes, and came to the police station lights and siren. It doesn't matter who it was, it's just I know we had an officer down. And then I found out it was Mohamed Said. You know, he grew up here. Everybody knew him. He told me it's his lifelong dream to become a police officer. Matter of fact, the first day that he was hired on here, when he was sworn in, first thing we went is to the middle school and high school so he could see the teachers that he had during those, those school times. And, to show how proud he was, look here, I'm in my uniform now, I finally did it. This is a guy that his whole life dream was to be a police officer. He didn't get to complete all the goals that he wanted to in life. That's just not right. I consider everybody here family. They're just not officers, they're my family. I try everything that I can possible to take care of my family. Unfortunately, I couldn't take care of Mom. It's a senseless event that took place. I lost a family. I just lost one. So it's still a dream for me. Even though I know he's gone, I'm still expecting him to show up at work. I'm still expecting me to say, hey, Said, how you doing today? And him saying, doing good, Chief, I got you. Meaning that whatever I needed, he was going to take care of it. And that's the type of person he was. He gave 110%, not only to his family, but to this profession. He just made me proud. And if I could say something to him again, is you did a great job.
Mayor Shakira, I have a few questions to ask you. What was your favorite story about Mohamed Said?
Oh my gosh. I think the one that sticks out the most is when we did Shop at the Cop and we were all getting ready to go eat dinner, and I parked on the other side of Meyer. So he was going to give me a ride over to my car, and I got in the back of the car and him saying, hey guys, I got the mayor. And I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ayub was like, that's the wrong one. We all started laughing. He's like, oh, I thought I got the right one. So he closed the door and he drove me over. And when I got to my car, he thanked me for coming out and being part of Shop at the Cop with all the officers. He said he truly appreciated it.
If you had to say something about Mohamed Said, what would it be?
Oh, that he was truly one of a kind. I don't think that there's anybody I've ever met that had such an impact on my life in the short amount of time that I knew him. So kind, so giving, would truly go out of his way to put a smile on your face. I've never met anybody like him.
If you had to explain Mohamed Said to somebody, what would you say?
He's just an all-around, truly amazing person.
What do you want to tell him today?
There's so much. With the departments finally coming together, this I think was the last conversation that I had, is the dream of what he wanted this department to be. And he wanted it to truly be a family. And I know it's going to be an ongoing work in progress, but I feel like it's starting to come together. Chief and I were just talking the other day, and I've seen the shift since he's been gone, and I feel like people are going above and beyond to be more like him.
I arrested someone.
Hey, LT.
Yes, sir.
What was it like to teach, coach, or work with Mo?
Working with Mo, well, I was his FTO for 2 phases, and working with him was a pleasure. He was always full of energy. He had this unique sense of humor, and his overall inquisitiveness and his curiosity was infectious in so many ways. He was always full of questions, something that I came to admire about him. He wanted to know everything. Sometimes I have to slow him down, like, hey, you're just starting your career, man. Take it one day at a time, learn the basics, and then when we get to the more advanced stuff, we'll go over it as a team. But that's what I remember most about Mo, is just his inquisitiveness and his curiosity.
I got one more question.
Yes, sir.
What did you like most about Mo, and why?
His infectious smile, his energy, his willingness to come to work and just get involved in everything. He there's uncanny energy about him that was just amazing to see a young man come in with that kind of drive. He loved the community and he wanted to make the community better. And I believe that's why he chose this profession, so he could be on the front line trying to make this place better. And I think eventually he succeeded in doing so.
What's one thing you want to tell him for his birthday?
Well, I wish he was here. I know he's in heaven. He's probably looking at this interview by itself and is probably laughing, but I wish he was here. I wish I could talk to him, and I just miss him. That's all. I wish he was here.
Sticker! 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 Come on, come on. Sticker!
How did you meet Mohamed Said?
I met Mohamed Said through our football games at the high school and our basketball games. He was the officer that worked a lot of the games, and if he wasn't working that night, he would come and watch the games.
What's your favorite story about Mo?
My favorite story about Mohamed, I don't really have a favorite story, but all of my interactions with Mohamed were amazing. He was very polite, respectful, very genuine young man.
What did you like most about him?
I liked that when he walked into a room, the whole room lit up. His smile, the way he treated people. I think the fact that he would serve with no hesitations on who it was he was serving and helping.
If you had to describe Mohamed Said to someone who didn't know him, what would you tell them?
I would say that he was a man that, everything he did with integrity. He was a very honorable man, very respectful, helpful.
What do you want to tell him today?
He's missed, and it really, really is irreplaceable.
You're shooting, guys.
How did you meet Mo Said?
I met Mo. I used to coach wrestling at the high school, so I met Mo through soccer. Mo was like a superstar soccer player. So when I was coaching wrestling, I actually coached his brother Ahmed. And Ahmed was a star in wrestling, and his brother was a superstar in soccer. So I'd hear every morning, Mo scored 3 goals and 2 goals and 4 goals. I didn't really know him, just hearing from how good he was in soccer.
What was it like to teach, coach, or work with Mo?
I get the opportunity to teach him in ordnance. So Mo was very mature for his age, and I know he went to school. He got a CPL or CDL. So he had a commercial driver's license at like 25. He was like a supervisor at an automation technician company with like 20 people below him. So he he wanted to be a police officer, and he wanted to start out by being an ordnance officer. And then I was an ordnance back in the day, so I showed him around, showed him the ropes, and I thought he was just using it just to be a police officer, but he was dedicated and did a good job, cleaned up the city. And then also I helped him, he kind of struggled on his test for his calls for his reading and writing. So I worked with him, for a few weeks, and he had to take it a couple times, but he was so excited and happy when he finally passed it.
What's your favorite story that you had with Mo?
Oh, there's too many. Mo's a prankster. Mo's the kind, like, every time I walk in, he's either scaring me on video or just an all-around good guy. I always see him as my son. They were actually the same age in school together. So just the nicest guy you could ever meet. Sometimes I'd come to work and be super cold and he had in the car started. Just an all-around good guy. Too many stories to narrow down to one, but just all-around best guy.
If you could tell him something, what would it be?
You have a place in my heart forever, and I love you. I love your family. I love your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, everybody, and they'll all be taken care of. And we love you and we miss you.
How did you meet Mohamed Said?
I was his high school principal, so I met him when he became a freshman in high school.
How would you describe Mo?
He had an unbelievable attitude. He brought this positivity with him every single day. Any place he was at, it improved immediately just by him being there. So in a school, what I remember right away is, of course, that smile, which was infectious. He brought a real bright, light, and positive energy to the school, which is exactly what we need in high school. That's probably the biggest thing I remember about meeting him first.
How was it like teaching him or coaching him throughout life?
It was great. He was such like a willing learner, a willing recipient. He never thought he had the answers. He was one of those kids who would come to you for advice. When you gave it to him, he would actually use it. He was always very humble. He never thought he knew what to do or had the answers. So he would come to the adults, come to the coaches, come to his teachers, and we all developed great relationships with him because of that. We loved helping him because he would immediately take what we said and apply it. And he was really smart, obviously really athletic. So we would see success with him taking our advice and putting it into use. He was a really great kid when it came to that.
If you had to describe Mo to someone, how would you describe him?
Just character, a young man with just an incredible amount of character. And because of that, he was really secure with who he was, really comfortable in his own skin. And because of that, that allowed him to be a real leader when I was around him. He taught kids how to do things the right way. He taught kids how to treat each other. And that was all coming from his character, what was right inside right here. And that drove his decisions and who he was. That made Melvindale a better place. That made the schools a better place. He was an exemplar when it comes to character.
What are some things you want to tell Mo?
I love him. Thank you for sure. Thank you so much for being the bridge in this community. That was really necessary. Thanks for connecting me to his family, who I love very much. And we miss you very much, and we're not going to let you down with what we do in the future here in this town.
Well, now we're going to be reading the accommodations for Corporal Said. Here it is. Even before beginning his police career, Mohammed Said possessed certain skills that would set him apart as a candidate. One of those was his ability to speak Arabic, and for which the department recognizes him with its multilingualism award.
أعتقد قبل ما محمد بدأ يشتغل كشرطي كان إنسان معاه عدة مهارات اللي خلته متميز عن بقية الناس والعساكر. إحدى المهارات هذه قدرته أن يتكلم اللغة العربية، ولهذا السبب شرطة نهضة تقدم جائزة اللغة الثانية.
As part of his preparation to become a police officer, Valor earned an associate's degree. His grades were excellent, and the degree was awarded with the highest academic honors. The department acknowledges this with the associate's degree ribbon with gold star.
كجائزة من استعداد ليصبح ضابط شرطة، حصل محمد سعيد على درجة الزمالة. كانت درجات ممتازة، وتم منحه درجات مع أعلى مرتبة شرف أكاديمية. تعترف الإدارة بإنجازه من خلال منحة وسام الزمالة الأكاديمية مع النجمة الذهبية.
Let's get a cycle through. All right, on January 1st, 2024, Mohammed Said, still in his probationary period, conducted a traffic stop on a speeding vehicle. Inside the vehicle was a woman who had been shot at a party in another city. She was bleeding heavily, and Officer Said quickly fastened a tourniquet to stop the blood flowing from the wound. These actions earned him the department's life-saving award.
في شهر 1 يوم 1/2024 محمد سعيد وقف سيارة كانت جدا مسرعة، ولما تقابل مع السواق حصل فيها حرمة مصابة بطلق النار وكانت تنزف كثيرا. فتصرف محمد سعيد بسرعة مساعدها بإيقاف النزيف، ولهذا السبب شرطة نهضة تقدم جائزة إنقاذ الروح.
During that same incident, Mohammed Said worked with his partners to ensure rapid transport of the wounded victim to a local hospital, where it was discovered that she had a second gunshot wound. Without this coordinated effort, the woman's wounds might have proved fatal. Along with his partners that evening, Said's actions are honored with the department's unit citation.
خلال نفس الحادثة عمل محمد سعيد مع زملائه بانضمام نقل الضحية المصابة بسرعة للمستشفى، حيث تم اكتشاف إصابتها بعيار ناري ثاني. بدون هذا الجهد المنسق كان من المحتمل أن تكون إصابتها قاتلة، لذلك منحت الإدارة سعيد وزملائه وسام الوحدة الفخرية.
Mo was the son of Valor, a dedicated servant of his community. He could be found lending a hand at any number of city events. His participation in the annual Eid celebration at the high school football field has been recognized with the Community Policing Award.
خلال 9 الحادثة عمل محمد سعيد مع زملائه بانضمام نقل الضحية المصابة بسرعة للمستشفى، حيث تم اكتشاف إصابتها بعيار ناري ثاني. بدون هذا الجهد المنسق كان من المحتمل أن تكون إصابتها قاتلة، لذلك منحت الإدارة سعيد وزملائه وسام الوحدة الفخرية.
What was the son of Valor? A dedicated servant of his community.
محمد سعيد ابن ملطن ديل. راح تلاقوه دائما يعجبه أن يساعد الناس والجالية سكان ملطن ديل. الجائزة هذه كسبها يوم عيد الفطر، كان يساعد في توزيع ألعاب للأطفال. وزارة ملطن ديل تقدم جائزة الشرطي المجتمعي.
In his time as an officer with the Melvindale Police Department, Mohammed Said prided himself on his work ethic and attendance record. He never took a sick day, and this devotion to duty has earned him the police department's perfect attendance commendation.
خلال عمله في شرطة مالفنديل كان محمد سعيد يفخر بأخلاقية عمله وانضباطه. لم يأخذ يوما مرضيا واحدا، لهذا منحته الإدارة وسام الحضور المثالي.
The next several commendations address Mohammed Said's actions in the incident that led to his tragic loss of life on July 21st, 2024. His conduct was of the highest level of courage, and his sacrifice is acknowledged with several of the department's most prestigious awards. Because he had attained the rank of corporal and was a supervisor at the time of this incident, each of these awards include the Supervisor's Gold Star.
جواز القادمة كسبها محمد سعيد في يوم الذي توفى فيه في شهر 7 يوم 21 سنة 2024. وعشان محمد كان مسؤول في هذيك اليوم كل جائزة بيكون فيها نجمة ذهبية.
The suspicious person was a criminal with a long history of violent offenses. It is believed that he and his companion were loitering in the area in search of an opportunity to victimize a patron of the nearby gas station.
كان الشخص المشبوه به يقدر من يسجل الحافظ بالمجارم العنيفة، ومن المرجع انه كان ينتظر فرصة لاستهداف احد زبائن محطة الوقود قريبة من الحادثة.
While being questioned, the subject fled from Corporal Said, who gave chase. A fleeing subject poses considerable risk to everyone in the area. Oftentimes, in order to escape police detection, such a subject can cause harm to a citizen to divert the officer from apprehending them.
أثناء استجوابه فرر هذا الشخص من العريف محمد سعيد الله يرحمه الذي قام بمطاردة بشكل الهروب خطرا كبيرا على الجميع في المنطقة، فغالبا من أجل الهروب من الشرطة قد يلجئ مثل هذا الشخص إلى أن يأذي أحد المواطنين لصرف انتباه الضابط ومنعه من القبض عليه.
Therefore, the department bestows upon Corporal Mohammed Said its award for bravery, which is described as an outstanding performance of a difficult task involving personal risk to the individual's safety when, because of the individual's actions, a serious crime is prevented.
ولذلك شرطة منظمة ديار تقدم جائزة الشجاعة للعريف محمد سعيد رحمه الله عليه. إن ذيك اليوم كان جدا شجاع مجتهد أن يحمي مدينة منظمة ديار وسكانها من المجرم الكبير.
Because of the threat posed, it is apparent that Mo knew that he was in pursuit of a dangerous individual. He called out his location and continued after the subject, knowing placing himself at risk to apprehend his suspect.
أثناء استجوابه فرغ هذا الشخص من العريف سعيد في البداية لاحظ العريف سعيد شخصا مشبوها به بسبب عمله بوقوع جريمة عنيفة حديثة في المنطقة قرر التحقق أكثر يمنح وسام التحقيق للأداء المتميز في العمل الشرطي وهو ما أظهر سعيد من خلال ملاحظته واتخاذ قراره التحقيق مع هذا الشخص.
Due to his determination to protect nearby citizens, despite the danger to himself, the Melvindale Police Department is proud to recognize Corporal Said with the Medal of Honor, designated for an employee who voluntarily distinguishes himself by extraordinary heroism. The employee must have been fully aware of the imminent threat to his personal safety and have acted in a manner above and beyond the call of duty at the risk of his own life.
وهذا السبب تقدم شرطة منظمة جائزة الشرف محمد سعيد ضحى بروحه من أجل مدينة منظمة وسكانها بمسك مجرم جدا عنيف. نيته كانت سيئة باتجاه منظمة وسكانها.
Corporal Said was able to catch the fleeing subject. He was in the process of detaining him when the criminal produced a gun, firing a shot at his side. Wounded officers are given their department's police department ribbon.
تمكن العريف سعيد من الإمساك بالمشتبه به لكنه أخذ سلاحا ناريا وأطلق عليه النار. كضابط أصيب أثناء أداء واجبه من هذه الإدارة وسام القلب الشرطي.
Tragically, the wound inflicted upon Corporal Mohammed Said was fatal, and he succumbed to his injury at the scene. The Melvindale Police Department solemnly acknowledges his supreme sacrifice with the department's police memorial ribbon.
للأسف الطلقة النهارية اللي جت من المجرم باتجاه محمد سعيد أخذت روحه، ولهذا السبب شرطة منظمة تقدم جائزة الذكرى الشرطية لمحمد سعيد.
Several officers responded to the scene and began the initial effort to apprehend the suspect. He was arrested the next day, and it was discovered that he was suspected of a string of violent crimes in addition to those already in his history. It is obvious that this unrepentant criminal would have terrorized many more people had it not come to the watchful attention of Corporal Mohammed Said.
استجاب العديد من الضباط لموقع الحادثة وبدأ الجهود الأولية للقبض على المشتبه به. تم اعتقاله في اليوم الثاني وتبين أنه كان مشتبها في سلاسل من الجرائم العنيفة، بالإضافة إلى سجله الإجرامي السابق. من الواضح أن هذا المجرم الذي لا يبدو أي ندم كان سيوصل إرهاب المزيد من الأبرياء لولا يقظة العريف محمد سعيد.
Because his initial contact was a catalyst for the resultant team effort that removed this violent offender from free society, Corporal Said is awarded a second unit citation.
وعشان العريف سعيد رحمة الله عليه نسق ولحق وراء المجرم هذا، شان مجرم كان نيته سوء لمدينة نورمديل وسكانها، وهذا السبب تقدم شرطة نورمديل جائزة الوحدة الفخرية لمحمد سعيد.
In addition to the actions already described, Mohammed Said distinguished himself in his too brief career by performing his duties with dedication. Not only did he never call in sick, he was never late to work. He consistently volunteered for overtime shifts, often saving his partners from having to work extended hours.
هلا ما كان شيء يتصل على المريض، بس ما كان يتأخر من عمله ولا يوما، وكان دائما يتطوع باستمرار للعمل إضافة لتخفيف التعب عن زملائه.
In just 14 months as a police officer, Mohammed Said amassed impressive enforcement numbers in his efforts to keep Melvindale safe. He issued 1,580 citations, an average of nearly 113 tickets per month, and impounded 139 vehicles.
في خلال فقط 14 شهر العريف سعيد رحمة الله عليه قدر يثبت نفسه ومجهوده في عمله. وزع أكثر من 1580 تكتات لما يعادل 1013 تكت في الشهر. يسحب أكثر من 139 سيارة.
A large part of his traffic enforcement activities involved diligent and conscientious investigation, which in turn resulted in the seizing of dangerous drugs and paraphernalia, the recovery of stolen firearms, and the arrest of offenders wanted for misdemeanor and felony offenses.
أكثر من السيارات اللي كان يوقفها تكون فيها سيارات منها مشبوهة أو فيها مجرمين مطلوبين من الحكومة، أو سيارات فيها مخدرات أو أسلحة. هو كان شاطر في هذه الأشياء، ما شاء الله كان معه عين قوية لهذه الأشياء. رحمة الله عليه.
Mo had a special talent for spotting and arresting intoxicated drivers and completing all the required steps for the proper processing of such arrests. From January 1st of 2024 until the night before his death, he made Melvindale Street safer by arresting a total of 23 drunk drivers.
كان لمو سعيد موهبة خاصة في اكتشاف السائقين المخمورين واعتقالهم، وتم جميع الخطوات اللازمة للمعالجة هذه الاعتقالات بشكل صحيح. من 1 يناير 2024 وحتى الليلة التي توفى فيها دعا شوارع مونديل أكثر أمانا من خلال اعتقاله إجمالي 23 سائقا مخمورا.
Mo could be counted on to perform some of the more mundane tasks of police work as well, such as report writing. He often volunteered to take reports from the original officers assigned, resulting in the completion of 170 reports, many of them rather complex and detailed.
أكثر من العساكر وضباط الشرطة الموجودة كانوا يعتمدوا على محمد أشياء كثيرة، لأنه كان إنسان يحب شغله وعمله. محمد كان دائما ياخذ تقارير من عساكر ثانيين عشان يساعدهم. عشان كذا محمد كتب أكثر من 170 تقرير في خلال حياته الشرطية معه. أكثرهم كانوا جدا صعبة.
His experience as an animal control ordnance officer gave him extensive knowledge of city mandates, and he frequently handled such complaints to lessen the workload of those departments. Whenever officers were presented with a language barrier, they knew they could call Mo to provide translation. He would come at any time, day or night, to assist the officers and the citizens.
لما كان شغال في الأوردنس محمد سعيد امتلك كثير من المهارات التي يحتاجها عشان يقوم بعمله الشرطي. بعض الأحيان زي ما قلت لكم أول كانوا كثير من العساكر يعتمدوا عليه في أشياء كثيرة. واحدة الأشياء هذه اللي أهم إنه كان يترجم لهم بالعربي، وكانوا يتصلوا له يجي في أي وقت سواء كان في النهار أو في الليل.
It is for these reasons, combined with his valorous actions of July 21st, that the Melvindale Police Department awards its Police Officer of the Year commendation to Corporal Mohamed Said.
لذلك بالإضافة إلى فعالية البطولية في 21 جولاي يمنح عاصمة شرطة مونديل وسام ضابط الشرطة لعام 2024 العريف محمد سعيد.
We'd now like to invite Corporal Said's family up to the stage, please. So we can award them.
Hello, everyone. As the family comes up, I'm Kara Clemente, I'm the Wayne County Commissioner, and I, along with 15 other commissioners from Wayne County, put together a resolution for Officer Mohamed Said. And we presented this to the family, and we wanted to present one to the police department. And I'm just going to read just a short part of it. It says, whereas it is with great sadness that we, the members of the Wayne County Commission, pause and reflect on the life of the brave officer, Mohamed Said. He will be forever remembered as a loving and caring individual who was grateful for the opportunity to serve in law enforcement and protect the public to the best of his ability. His commitment to nobly serving the Melvindale community will also serve as an inspiration for colleagues, friends, family members, and generations to come of law enforcement personnel. Therefore, let it be resolved that this resolution endure as a lasting record of acknowledgement as the Wayne County Commission proudly recognizes the inspirational life lived honorably and graciously the officer Said, and that a suitable copy be presented to his family and to the police department. So, together that worked with Mo, lived with Mo, knew Mo, and just please remember to always say his name, live by his example, and Melvindale will continue to be a great place. So thank you.
So to the Mo family, I'd like to present 16 awards that have spoken. Here has Also, there's one more gift that comes from the department. It's a shadow box of Mohammed Said's accomplishments. So I'll get that now and present that to the family. I'll show it as I walk across the stage so you all can get a look at it. Just to let you know, this flag here, I received two of them. One of them was from the hospital to the morgue. That one will be placed in our lobby. I have another one, I bought two of these. They're the exact same thing. So that one flag will be displayed in our lobby with the police department. I have a little memorial that we're setting up in honor of Mo. This flag here was the flag of Mo's final rest. So this is from the funeral, to the mosque, and finally Mo's resting place. That's what this flag, or that's where this flag came from. So it's a great honor to be able to preserve and have this for Mo's family, so they can remember how special of a son, of a nephew, of a brother that Mo truly was. So thank you.
Hello everyone. Before I start off, I want to call someone who's very special to my heart. The person I will try to take care of as much more took care of him. The cutest person in this room, a handsome Yusuf Said. a note, which I'll read it for you guys. He wrote very special about him. This person is the reason Mo's smiling every day. This person is who made Mo's life good every day. If Mo's sad, depressed, this person is gonna make him smile. So this person is gonna be a special in my heart until I die. And I'll try to take care of him until I die. I want to start off with appreciate everyone. Said family, appreciate you guys coming. It really means a lot to us. It really means a lot to Mo and to the Mohammed Police Department. I want to start off with Mo, we miss you. I really miss you. I miss your laugh. I miss seeing you. You are very special in my heart. I won't forget every moment with you. A couple of minutes ago, I just remembered him climbing on the tree to do the LED lights for my wedding. I was hoping to go in September to celebrate his wedding and at least pay back at least 1% of what he did in my wedding. He was more stressed than me about my wedding and how it's gonna go. And I kept telling him, don't worry, it's gonna be good. But he just wanted to be the best wedding, which it was. I watch my wedding every other day, so I can see Mo smiling and happy in my wedding. Mo, we love you, we miss you. We wish we can see you again. After the day we buried you, everything turned black, turned dark. Of course, I smile, I laugh, but it's all fake. You know, after you, everything's done. Just wanted to say apologize to the Valor Police Department. Mo Said is back. The pranker is back. I apologize for pranking you guys. But I'm just trying to keep the legacy alive. Appreciate you guys leaving his locker name in there, and his locker still in there, which I'm using right now. His mailbox and the name still in there, which makes me feel like he's still there. As the chief told me he's gonna take care of me when I go to the academy with wearing Mo's vest, which is gonna be an honor for me to wear Mo's vest and use his radio and his body cam. I want to read something for you guys that Mo wrote. I'm not gonna read all of it due to family members. I'm just gonna read some of them. He wrote for the family and for his second family, his Modern Day Police Department, and Dearborn Police Department, and Dearborn Dispatch. Dear family, today marks my 7th day on FTO, and it's becoming real. To my dad and my mom, you guys are the reason I am here doing this job that I love. You guys kept me out of trouble, even though I did not like it sometimes. Especially when my friends used to travel out of state, I used to think you guys hated me when not allowing me. I did not know that you guys were doing that for my own safety and also to sleep in peace. I'm writing this letter just in case something happens to me doing this job. To my dad, you are a very strong dad, very humble and great father. I am thankful to God that I was your son. I can never ask for a better dad than you. You are my hero. And Mo, you are my hero. For my mom, I honestly lost of words of how much I love you. You are the heartbeat of my heart. I love you to death, Mom. my brother Ahmed, thank you for being a great little brother to me, and thank you for always taking my back. I am very thankful to have you as a brother. I love you, brother. And last but not least, my lovely little boy, to the sexiest little guy of the family. To my heart, to the guy that was the reason of me smiling every day, my Yusuf. Listen, brother, I know sometimes I used to kiss you until you cry, and you hated me so much for kissing you a lot. But that was all love. I love you to death, and I will give the world to you, and I will do anything for you, and I'm going to try my best to do anything for you, my love. I love you to the moon and back. I want everyone to listen to this one, especially police officers. To all my family, please don't be sad. It meant to happen from God. I put myself through this. I wanted to do this job, to serve and protect, to help people, to be there in people's worst days. I love every single moment of doing it, and that's the reason we say be like Mo. And if God will give me a second life or a chance, I will wake up and do it again. To the Melvindale Police Department / Dearborn Police Department and Dispatch, thank you for always having my back. Please stay safe and keep back in the blue. I love you guys. To my family, friends, and everyone who's gonna see this one, that's from me, I added that one. Please do not forget me. Please keep me in your prayers. Mohammed Said, 11:41 a.m., 6/7/2023. If you look at the timing, it's same timing we lost him. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it.
Point out to anybody who didn't notice that the graduation picture you see displayed of Mo once again for coming out. We'd like to invite everybody, there will be light refreshments in the hallway. If you come out the back doors here and take a left and walk down, you'll see that everything's set up for you. Please join us.
I'm right. I know I wanted to. Hold on. Somebody doing donuts. Be right back, Merton. Alright, see you. Go. Huh? Yeah.
Calling our office.
Home run. Send it. Come on, Robbie. Where'd it go? Come on, Robbie.
I think you guys should do it with the mayor and the family, the father and the uncle. Cover that. President, I love that. With the dad and the mayor. Mayor.
They're doing great, yeah.
He's on the stage.
Oh, is he still on the stage?
Yeah, he's by, wait, is he? Where'd he go?
Just married. Huh? He's asking what's the nails, like just married. We got married in Detroit.
Yeah, I like it.
No, when? Oh,
Oh,
when?
in August.
Yeah. Yeah.
Early August.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. Very good. That's cool.
Oh, it is?
مسك لي معي ياسر.
You good?
I don't know. حلبته تعال شوي. لو سمحت.
Your rubber.
finally back on bikes.
Oh, good.
They threw me on stage. My son enjoyed that. No, I was like, Scott was fun. Just doing the whole. No, that's not me. It's not me. But we started running at night. It's just straight. You're just playing close. Starting with that. So much fun. Oh, like this is what I like.
Yeah.
This is so much fun. Like, just, we're having fun though. It's good. We're opening up some new stuff too, so hopefully we're always here. Good. Just getting on the road.
I did.
Good luck with everything.
They said that dog on the back of the car. I don't imagine
What were you saying about the West Side? Dude, what up? What's going on, man? You don't know who I am? Bro, we were exploring the internet together. This guy looks like he's 40 years old now.
Hey, bro, why you look like that?
That's on that experience.
Yeah.
Trying to get him on West Side. You know that? Huh? You know that? Word spreads quick, dude. This is a small world.
Nice. They already put you on the email list.
Where's your attitude? I got the same name as you.
Oh, well, that would be
Yeah, department. You on the fucking that's crazy. You can't have out of here.
we can have like out of here music on here.
Yeah, it's unless you're out.
You're technically not. They have like classes that are good. Ops says it, but it works. Yeah, when he's at delegate, all of the time.
You're still working like you guys gotta clean up your fucking shit though, bro. Did I stop you? Yeah, you were driving like an asshole on that show. Hell yeah. You was driving like a I'm talking about the shit. I didn't say that. Yeah, your boy did that. Oh, yeah, fucking Alamary. Alamery's drunk off his mind. I'm drunk at home. His brother Mark. Yeah, we call that his house. Put an Arab in the scat
You on front shift or no?
Take that CI tip. Why do you even have it, bro? You're not changed, bro. I told him that he can evoke all the mental.
تحياتي الله معاكم كلكم جميعا.